All right, testing, testing. I'm not going to even wait. We're going to start this right away. It's going to be a short stream, and I'm trying to get out of here quick. I get right to the point. Okay, I see you in chat talking about and Harpo, good to see you in chat. I have something to say against Jack today. I'm tired of Jack's manipulation tactics and his fake ass guru shit. I have given many chances. Arple, here's one thing. I'm gonna go to Snow. I'm gonna go to Snow also as well. I'm gonna address fucking Snafu, Tommy, Zill, the plan to actually shave Talca and let him have his own BS up his ass. That's what you do. And I know you're probably all aware of it, but you have to do it. That's the only way. Whether I agree with you or not, whether I dislike you or not, whether I'm exposed you or not, this is the only way you're going to be able to take like Jack down to his, let him learn a lesson. All right. Arpo, I know you're at Jack's, but here's the question I have for you. Do you know, and I'm not saying this to brag at all, do you understand how much, for example, contribution I've contributed to Jack over the 3 years? I know many of you don't, right? And at all, I'm not bragging. I usually contribute money to most likely to make a message or make a point or to expose someone or whatever the case may be. But even in that interim, right? I'm almost positive close to $1,000 or more. Now, Jack will say, okay, he gave me a wrench, and then I don't want a wrench. I just want a wrench so Snow and her team and Snap and others don't take me out of it. Because every time I go without a wrench, I can't say anything in chat. They're blocking me, hiding me, timing me out for no reason. I mean, I have told Jack before, and I have a screenshot of it, where I've been timed out and hidden in the back for making one comment by Snow and other people. One comment in the chat. So that's why I asked for a wrench. Right, and he gave it to me. But here's the thing: this is a man that claims to be about the truth, and he's all about Jesus. He's all about God. But when Melanie gives him $10, like last time, he'll fucking take my wrench, and then I have to come back and pay for it, like 20 more bucks or more, and then he gives it back. Then Melanie 2 days ago, yesterday or so, takes out my wrench again. Right? She pays $20, and then I pay like I think like $6, and I was trying to call her out, and he takes my wrench away. So if you think Jack is a man of God, and he's using this money tactic between Melanie, me, Red40, and others to kind of create what Red40 did at OTW. So he's trying to like do the same thing. He's probably been managed by Paul and others to do this so he can make more money. You have to, whether it's me, I can stop anytime. I've done this many times. You have to stop contributing zero money to Jack for shit like this, right? Just my opinion. And then you have to stop showing up, period, to his channel, Tommy. And let me go over Tommy. Even Snafu today, he had some good points. And I'll explain where he was good, where he was not good, and where Tommy was great, and then he failed. And when Paul said the truth about something that actually kind of killed everything for these two guys. But let me explain. Now, Tommy was 100% correct by stating the fact that Paul and Jack has joined together to literally go back 5 years, where they both from the beginning joined together to control the narrative in the channel, because they know if Paul and Jack were both together, they're going to get the most audience. And by them having the most audience, it would trigger like Tommy or Snafu or others to go to their channel, and they're going to get more audience by having Snafu and Tommy and Zill there arguing. Now, if you notice, Tommy, because I agree with you 100%, I think Jack and Paul has joined together to re-loop over the 5 years when they're telling you and Snafu and others that you're looping nonstop, right? Which I agree, I think you're looping, but that's not the point. They have a better plan where you see Paul coming in, and don't let Paul fool you. Like, I put 3 messages on my community post on my community post on purpose, right? And you see Paul already read them. And Paul is so smart in that sense that as he's doing the Jack Talka and sees the post that I said, Tommy, Snafu, Zill, don't go to his channel. Let's do this together. Let's have our own streams. What Paul did, and not telling you guys, and I know that's what he did from my opinion, is he literally said to Jack to make it look like, right, that it's natural. Hey, Jack, well, something. Yeah, I mean, something. If they stop coming here, if we don't need them, maybe this will crash, right? If it does crash, it'll be from God. But maybe it doesn't crash. And then Paul is so smart to always go bad, then to the good, and then he'll go in the middle. And he'll say right after that, he said, well, maybe we'll allow a little bit of the asylum, all the back and forth of the yelling, and then also the other one to keep it neutral. So this is what Paul done all over. And I know Tommy knows this the most. And even Snafu does. But Tommy literally started Paul for a long fucking time. Tommy, why do you keep going back? If you want to hurt Jack, you don't go back at all to his channel. I'm going to stop going there. Snafu, even though I'm exposing your ass, if you want to fucking go after Jack and shut him down, you all don't go there anymore. And what you do is, I will go live every day Jack goes live. You go live, for example, an hour after. You go live an hour after. You make sure 3 channels are going all live, bashing Jack over his hypocrisy and the lies, him and Paul. And you make sure you do it every day he goes live. This way you take away from his fucking audience. And this way you don't give him any audience by you being there. And also Access will be on board. So you don't just got me here as a channel. You'll have me, you'll have Access, you have Tommy. Even Snafu can do some work here, even though I'm exposing his fucking child predator ass. If he wants to stop Jack, that's what he'll do. You stop going there if you're not part of the show, like you say you're not, and you're not there. Like, if Tommy is not there to play as an actor position, right, where he's going to be like the guy that was going to always go against Jack and also Snafu, if they're not all actors, right, then they would stop going there, period, so they don't give him the fucking cloud. and they would fucking bash them and expose them on their own channel every time Jack goes live. You go fucking live. I will go live. Snafu can go live. Access can go live. You make sure you hit his channel with so many live channels that his audience will be listening, not just to him. You guys should never go there. Jack has literally, him and Paul now joined forces again, and Tommy is 100% correct. They have joined forces again, doing the reloop from 5 years ago, where now they're going to try to control this panelverse from two channels combined together. Paul knows there's no more room for his fucking stupid ass law bullshit. Nobody wants to listen to it. The other day he was live. He had like 35, 40 people live viewers. It was bad for him. Now he can always claim, oh, I have 5,000 viewers, all that. It's all BS. It's all part of the fucking algorithm. None of this shit is true. It's all fake numbers, in my opinion. Because he doesn't. Look at his fucking chat. He doesn't have many people in there if you look at the names. That's all you got to look at. All right? So this is how you do it. You fucking report Jack every time. For example, his fucking mods. I've reported all Jack's mods. Like Melanie, Red40, all these people, they're fucking in the chat every day harassing me, gay Tarek, and all kind of shit all day long. Like Melanie is so fucked up, and this is how fucked up Jack is as a Jesus follower. Melanie paid $20 to take my wrench away, right? In the $20, she says, gay Tarek won't stop harassing women. Like even fucking Grace, right? Grace, the one that's very liberal, Hollywood slut, whatever you want to call her, right? She's like, Jack, and Jack agreed with Melanie right away. He did not at all say nothing, but Grace had to point this out to Jack and everyone else yesterday. He said, hey, Jack, how can he be fucking gay and he's harassing women, right? But this is what Jack supports. What kind of God or Jesus follower supports this bullshit where someone pays him $20, he takes his wrench away? And I guarantee you right now, if I do the same shit over again and pay him more than $20 and give me my wrench again, and this is now showing that he's grifting. And that's why Access in the chat was saying grift, grift, grift. If you guys didn't see it, report, report. You don't understand. I've been reporting almost all these fucking channels. All these mods, Cynthia, all these people, every time they fucking lie, every time they fucking not follow TOS, they're getting reported, even as mods. Yeah, right now, it won't show right away, but I guarantee you in the future, it will protect all the people that are trying to fight this against these fucking corrupt, fabricated liars like Paul Enslaved and Jack. Now, here's what Paul Enslaved had a point. Right? Because I have to be honest here. You know, Tommy kept on saying, okay, you're fake. If you keep saying shit from the scripture, which is true. Jack is always lying. He doesn't know anything about the scripture. He keeps lying, making up shit. And he's there just to fucking mud the waters, confuse you people. Jack is for the new woke Bible, liberal LGBTQ agenda, okay? He's there to advertise love like they all do. There's no Jesus. Oh, there is Jesus, but there's nothing from the Bible. He's there to disrupt and corrupt the Bible. Like Tommy, you can't be this fucking stupid. I know you're not. So if you're not part of this act, Tommy, or Snafu, or Zill, then you won't go to his fucking channel. The guy is literally fucking every day making false statements about the Bible. So if you're a true Christian, Paul had a point today. If you're a true Christian, why are you here every day fighting Jack when Jack told you many times, and even Paul addressed it today, that that's the way they want to promote their religion on this channel, right? So you can't force this channel to change the religion. Jesus followers, even though they do get in arguments, say with Satanism or any people that they don't force religion on someone else. So Christianity can't be forced on Jack or Paul if that's what they stated on their own panel they want to do. Leave them the fuck alone. You're not going to get ever anywhere with these fucking people. Just like seeing Paul today. He made a good point about this, and Snafu made a good point. Because Snafu was talking about his health reasons, right? And right away, Paul attacked him about his health. Snafu said, well, hey, dude, you say, okay, I am very sick. And Snafu is sick, right? He has to get surgeries. I get it. I know I attack him many times. I attack him because he's a child, to me, predator, in my opinion. That's not why I attack him. I don't wish him ill, ever. I don't. Because I'm hoping one day he'll fucking change and just make amends with everybody, right? But Snafu was right. I have major surgeries, Paul. Paul wanted to act like his health is the same as Snafu. No, it's not, Paul. You're a fucking lying piece of shit scumbag. You're... Sorry, here we go. I pushed my button out of the way. But your surgeries, Paul, or whatever, your health has not even close to Snafu's, right? And now, also, Paul only told you by his own words he's this unhealthy, right? Or he's just sick. Now, we all know Snafu's been in the hospital many times. That showed you in records that he's sick, and you've seen his head. So there's no way Paul's even close to Snafu's surgeries. But what Paul will say and trying to say on Jack's, and this is how they manipulate and lie, is Paul will say, well, Snafu, if you go my way, in the true way, and you don't go to the hospital and submit to these people that are all like devil worshippers, corporate piece of shit against the people, using all kind of wars and all the bullshit they use, whatever. Okay, even Snafu said, I agree with you, but your fucking surgeries are not even close to mine. So in the same time, for you to take that road when you're not even that sick yet, yeah, Paul can probably walk around. Let's just say he is sick, right? Let's just say he is sick. He'll probably get sicker and sicker by a little bit. Now, if he does get better, right? Not saying he can't get better. I don't know his health reasons. I can't make claims about someone that I don't know. But if everything Paul said about his health is true, right? And say he's getting better by being away from the internet, which he has took some time off. Now, that's based on the fact, right? This is what you have to understand. Based on the fact that Paul is coming in good faith. And Paul has showed before he's not about all good faith because of this. How do you know Paul didn't plan this from 2 months ago? That he's going to act like he's sick for 2 months, take a month and a half off, and come back with this message, and he'll push it because his channel went down. He has to give like a new tactic to make his channel himself or his brand to be good. How do you know that's not made up? Is there any proof that Paul has showed that he's sick? Any proof? Ask yourself these questions. Like Snafu actually has proof, probably. He's in the hospital all the time, right? So for Paul to right away down Snafu and his health reasons, say, well, I'm sick and I'm dealing with myself and natural. Dude, you're not sick like Snafu. If you get this, here's where Paul is such a fucking liar. Paul, if you fucking get to Snafu's level of sickness, you can't survive by being a natural remedy like that. Just be outside. Your body's already shutting down. Your cancer has probably took over. Your body's eating itself out. You need surgery. So for you to even push Snafu down, even though I hate to defend Snafu right now, you're a fucking lying piece of shit. You and Jack have joined together now to promote your brand and his brand by saying it now, Pack and Jack. Don't think that's just a coincidence, Pack and Jack. No, that's a name they thought about throughout this month or so, and Paul did to make it stick, Pack and Jack. So Zill, if you're not part of this acting with Jack, like acting like you hate him, and Snafu, if you're not a part of this acting career, which we all know you are, Tommy would be the first one to jump out of this and say, I'm not. Tommy, if you're not part of this acting where you go on Jack to promote his channel and promote your channel, and you both act like you're going against each other when you're really not, then you don't go to Jack's channel. It's that simple. Like, what fucking addiction? We're all addicts here. I don't give a fucking, it's me, you, Paul, Chuck, anybody. We all have addiction. I can control it. Why can't you control your addiction? And fuck Jack. Fuck going to his channel. Don't give him all this, because I guarantee you, Jack said, "Oh, look at the fucking narcissistic, the worst narcissistic liars on the entire Panaverse is literally Jack and Paul." Why Paul and Jack are kicking people out left and right. Snafu, Zill, fucking, what's his name? Rocky, Tommy left and right. Especially Tommy. They always pick on Tommy, right? And they're calling him narcissistic, and they're the one taking over. And even Paul was such a narcissistic person that he was starting to go after Ziffer, right? The lady that was on panel. As soon as Ziffer showed him some like pushback, he went after her right away. You guys didn't see that? That's a narcissistic personality. That means they have to have the floor. It doesn't matter who the fuck it is. Now, if Jack and Paul were so godly and spiritually, at least they would have let Zephyr, right? I hope I'm saying her name right. Zephyr, to speak on the panel. They barely allowed to speak. As soon as she gave him some pushback, Paul played the bad guy and Jack will play the good guy. If you guys can't see that Paul's playing like the bad cop, and Jack will say, "Okay, you know what? You're right. You should calm down a little bit, Paul." And Paul will take a step back. They're playing a game on you fucking people. If you can't see it, please stop going there. This is fucking so bad that you guys gonna give these people power again, like Tommy said from 5 years ago, where everybody every day is going to be clutching to come back to prove to Jack and Paul on their own panel when they're not going to allow you to speak. Tommy said it perfectly today. Every time I come to speak, you kick me, then you talk about me for fucking 2-3 minutes, then you bring me back. I barely say anything, you kick me again. This is how they always done it to control the fucking narrative. Stop going to their fucking panels. I promise you. Jack said, "Oh, if you stop coming here, I'll be in heaven with God." Do you understand how fucking stupid that sounds from Jack? Does Jack even know what God is? He said, "I'll be in heaven with God." Just take these words they said today. I will be in heaven with God if Snafu, Tommy, Zill, and others didn't come to my channel to do this to me, which is the biggest fucking lie in the world. Because even earlier in the stream, when Paul said, "Why you allow these people back?" Jack said, "I do allow them back." And then what they'll do to play it back and forth, him and Paul, is then Paul will say, "You know what? Well, maybe we should allow sometimes these people, this Assad, to come back, because now they're playing with the audience mind. They want you to think that they're for the righteous stuff every day, that they are for God. They don't want the drama at all, right? But they're doing it just to help Tommy. Jack and Paul want you to think that they're doing this just to help Tommy, to help Snafu, to help Zill, because they're just so bright and way over everybody's intelligent, and their heart is so pure. That's why Paul, if Paul's heart is so pure, why did he have Jaguar and some pedophiles? Paul had the biggest pedophile on his fucking panel out of everybody, even more than Snafu. He had the biggest pedophile, Jaguar, right? Already accused, charged of being with Diddy as a sex call on his panel many times. Try to understand what these people are doing to you people. They're fucking flipping you back and forth. Now, if they're not all acting, because I believe a lot of them are, whether it's Tommy, fucking Snafu, Zill, I don't give a fuck who they are. I gave up on all these people. If they're not acting, they would push back and not go to Jack's channel anymore. That's how you shut these people down. Paul, Jack have nothing to talk about. Once in a great time, Jack's gonna bring some stupid fucking priest wannabe that acts like he knows anything about God, like he brought today. He brought that black guy today. He put him really nice on the fucking picture, bald. He's in front of people talking. The guy can barely talk. You all seen how he's struggling to speak about things. He doesn't know anything. And the prayer he gave at the end of when he left, give me a fucking break. This is another loser that's bringing people to brainwash you, because that's all they're going to get once in a great while. Is they'll push somebody on him from the LGBTQ, I believe, agenda, in my opinion, or others, to give him somebody like this fucking fake ass religious person claims to be on Jesus' side. All these people are fake, right? That's what they got. They got nothing. Jack show, when he goes on every day, all of you know Jack's show is literally the same every fucking day. Jack can speak for 45 minutes an hour. After that, he's bored. If nobody gets on his panel, he fucking shuts it down because he can't even continue the bullshit and the lies that he repeats every day. So don't tell me Tommy, Snafu, the king of this fucking ring leader, Snafu should know this by heart. Snafu, Tommy, even Zill, I don't even know Zill enough, but I'll just say Snafu and Tommy, you don't know how to fucking hurt Jack if you wanted to by not coming to his fucking channel. I'll stop going there from now on. That's it. This back and forth with the fucking wrench. And every time, like, Melanie said something, he'll address me on the channel. But when Melanie talks about me many times, whether it's fucking horrible shit she has said in the panel, Snow said horrible shit about me. Not once this piece of shit scumbag loser, not once Jack Talca, the one I defended against the grape many times against Snafu, not once he said the truth about me in front of everybody. He'll go there and bash me every day. He'll block me because he knows if he pisses me off, I'm going to expose him. That's why I don't speak to him on his panel. There's no see, I don't do what Tommy and them do. I go out there just to fucking have fun sometimes. I'm tired of it with his shit. I'm not going on panel to try to convince him to be different. The guy is never going to fucking change. Never going to fucking change. No, Tommy, you're a fucking moron, Tommy, because here's what you're doing, Tommy. Every time you go there and you argue with them and you know you're likable on the panel. So Tommy can say, okay, all you want to say, Tommy, I don't give a fuck. You can say I'm stupid, I'm a moron. That's not how you shut them down. And you know this, Tommy, every time you go on his channel, you know you're likable. Even Snafu, as horrible as Snafu is and a child predator, in my opinion, he is likable by some people. They want the argument. So why do you give him the argument? Fuck him. His show won't survive. Paul won't survive without you arguing. They'll talk. What is Paul going to do on Jax? Talk about the law again? Nobody wants to hear it, dude. We've been hearing that shit for 4 years. Nobody gives a fuck about Paul. Paul is such a fucking liar. If he had any fucking honesty, if he had any honesty, any truth, he would have just one fucking time, when I bet him the $100 to show one fucking video that he was in court and he defended his rights like he's been preaching for 4 years. This is what a coward Paul is. Not once. After 4 or 5 years that he's promoted all this bullshit, right? And some of it's true. Not once he has went into court and showed us the video of himself in court defending his rights as a natural man. Why do you guys even give a fuck about that? The guy has an agenda as well. Zill, yeah, I know. Here's the thing, Access. And that's why I'm calling out Tommy and them, because Tommy know Paul by heart. If they're not all acting to make this panel verse go back and forth, because what happens is Tommy and Snafu will get on their back. They'll go back and forth like this. It gets people addicted to the drama, right? And then what happens is Tommy will go live again on his channel and it'll get some of Jack's people. It keeps it going back and forth. If Tommy is really honest about his mission here, he won't go on Jack's panel. Tommy, it's been 4 years. The man hasn't changed one bit. Paul, 5 years or so more. Has he changed, Tommy? Do you think Paul changed? Do you think Snafu changed, Tommy? None of these fucking people has ever changed. You think Bex changed? You think Cynthia changed in 4 years? They're not going to fucking change. So your mission now is to go on your own path, which Tommy has done, actually. He has many times. I will give him credit, even though I'm saying some things about him that I don't like. I give him credit. He has stayed on his own panel, did his own thing, never agreed to other people's bullshit. He went against everybody's shit and stayed with his Christianity. Whether I agree with this Christianity or not, because I don't. Because if you see the thumbnail that I put on my fucking stream today, if you're a Christian, go please look at the thumbnail I put and tell me how do you explain these things that Jesus is God. All right, go ahead as a Christian, since you all like to talk about Christianity, Mr. Tommy. Look at my thumbnail. Go look in the fucking Google, whatever you want in the Bible, and tell me how do you explain that Jesus is God. But Tommy never wants to talk about that shit. All he wants to do is feed his addiction as well. Go on fucking Jack every day, yell, and you're not gonna. Here's the thing that pisses me off about Tommy. He knows he's not going to get the time on Jack's panel. Now with Paul merging with Jack as the pack and Jack as the fucking biggest. Paul and Jack are the biggest, I mean the biggest by far, narcissistic people on the fucking on this panelverse. I will put Flow State as well up there, but these two together are the worst because they're playing bad cop, good cop. And then you see Jack as a Jesus follower. Why do you want me to expose Jack so fast? Tommy, you want to expose Jack? Why haven't you showed that Jack, okay, has already promoted the Ben Thorpe so much, right? I have the video where Grace was actually talking to Rob Rock and she promoted child sacrifice on her own fucking channel, right? With Rob Rock twice, not once. Now, why hasn't Tommy showed that on his channel to show that Jack is working with child sacrificing people that will do it as a bit, non-bit? I don't give a fuck. It shouldn't be done at all. Because in life, there are people that are getting sacrificed for this fucking sex cult, nasty pedophiles in the world that we know of, in my opinion. So if that's the case, bit or non-bit, it doesn't matter. You would expose them, expose Jack that he's working with the Ben Thorpes, right? And working with actually people that promoted child sacrifice and promoted even other stuff. Why don't you expose Jack and make these things on your stream? And I'll make him on mine. And Snafu will go after him on his. Access will go on his channel. And Access has been fucking exposing these people. They won't have a chance. But you keep going back to Jack, makes his channel more watchable. I don't know why Tommy is saying, you're a moron. No, that's what's happening. Tommy, here's the problem with Tommy. He gets any criticism. Instead of saying, you know what, Tarek, you're a fucking moron. You're an idiot. You're not at my level in this YouTube. But I agree with you because the more you go to his channel, this would happen. And I agree. Maybe we should all make our own channels, own life. Fuck Jack. I would respect that, but Tommy has to be in his feelers. He has to come after call me names. But I many times told him, I don't care if you call me names here. I'm talking about stop these fucking narcissistic channels, whether it's Jack and Paul, again, joining together to control the narrative on the main channel. Because you all know, Tommy, Snafu, and others, if you're not acting and you're not part of this, Jack has joined now Paul and the Thorpes. So all three together, your channel is never going to get their numbers. So what they're doing now is they're taking advantage every time you go on and say, no, we don't fucking need you. Get the fuck out of here. Why you keep coming here, you addict? And they're calling you names because it shows that's what you're doing. Now, if you're smart, you won't go there. And you show them who's got more control. Because Paul and Jack are both narcs. They need someone to be on panel to have this back and forth. Zill shouldn't be on there. I'm sure you know Zill. Call him, tell him to get the fuck out of there. Go to Tommy's channel, all of you. I'll even go to Tommy's channel if he unblocks me, the fucking idiot. Right? And then I'll go live, and also when Jack goes live. So what you do is, every time Jack goes live, I will go live. Tommy can go live. Snafu can go live. Access may go live. Whatever. That's how you shut him down. That's how you show him a lesson. I'm not trying to shut him down. What I'm saying is that's how you make him learn, right? that you are part of this Panaverse and you give him so much of your time and energy, and for him to keep saying, well, Tommy, you have to be quiet and actually understand where we're coming from, because and this is Jack talking like him and Paul never made mistakes. Now we're talking, let me expose Paul some more. You're talking about Paul, another sick piece of shit that advertised many times on his channel, and he was asked about this yesterday, right? That his own girlfriend, Jennifer, told him to have sex with her child that was 17 years old or 16 at the time. And Paul promoted it. Paul promoted having sex with a 16-year-old child that his girlfriend that's 50 years old, Jennifer, whatever her name is okay with it. Why do you think Paul, even though I do agree that the 18, I do agree with Paul on one thing, that not everybody, because every country is different based on 18 on the legal statute, that a girl at 18 or a girl at 16 sometimes could be mature way more than the legal statute. At 18, you can have sex with a woman and it doesn't go against you, right? With consent. I do agree with that. But this is why I don't agree with Paul. Because if you see a woman at 16 or 15, right? And you know for a fact, based on what Paul have said about her, that she was irresponsible. She's not like fully mature yet mentally. And for you to even present having sex with her, Paul Unslaved, the true fucking idiot, the true master of manipulation, for you to even promote having sex with a fucking 16-year-old that's not even mature yet, and her mom said it's okay, which again makes it more sick, because now he's sleeping with someone that's part of his girlfriend child, which is literally incest, right? And he's promoting it, and then he's going to go defend children. Okay, well, they're not all the same. Yes, we get it. But if you look at them, Paul, and they don't look mature at all, you should never sleep with them. This is what I mean by that. If you don't follow the 18-year statute, right, and say in another country or in your own belief, you feel like a girl at 16 or 15 could be mature enough to have sex, which I agree in some countries can, right? But you have to look at the woman itself. You have to see at 15 or 16, how is she carrying herself? How does she deal with problems? Is she a woman yet? Does she cook? Does she clean? Is there a lot of things that she does? Does she go out and have a job? A lot of things factor in. So you don't just go have sex with a girl, right? Because you call her a girl at that age, that just got out of puberty because, well, in my perception, because she looks a little mature, I'm going to have sex with her. That's what Paul pretty much promoted. This is how sick and disgusting Paul Unslaved was actually promoting on his own channel, right? Even though he's correct, you can't always go by the fucking legal system, when a girl is actually mature, because it shows in different countries, girls could be mature, but is that the same girl that Paul wanted to have sex with? And then what makes it more sick is if Paul met a girl that was 16, he wanted to have sex with her because she was so mature and already fully developed, and she was way mature than any other girl that's 18, for example, at 16, okay? If that was the case, that would be something between her and him, and if they both consent and she's under the consent age in that state, no problem, right? But he's trying to sleep with her mother, his daughter. That's literally incest. Literally not okay. But Paul promoted this many times on his channel, so if you don't think that's disturbing, wake the fuck up. These people have an agenda. Okay. And as you see now, Jack has joined Paul. Again, their boys joined each other and they're coming heavy at Jack's. Paul is not going. Here's why Jack doesn't go to Paul. Let me tell you why, so you can understand what's the play here. The play is because Paul's channel is all about the law, pretty much, and he doesn't want to be, because Paul has to stick with this message. He can't promote too much drama on his fucking channel, because it would show that he's a liar and he's not for the law and the truth, and it shows he's doing what Jack is doing. So what Paul will do, because after you talk to Jack on this and many other people behind the scenes, they would use and pump Jack's channel up to make it such a dramatic drama channel, right? And they would mix it up with religion, incest, the Thorpes, pedophiles, in my opinion, that are supporting this shit, pedophile supporters. Mix it with all these people and Jesus and God, so you can get all the crowd to one channel. Then after you get that crowd to one channel, then what Paul does is he goes to that channel and starts promoting his lawful bullshit a little bit. And he'll go into on his spirituality. Like where he says, okay, well, you know what? You Jesus followers, you Christian people are not all straight, because this actually helps Jack. So you all have to understand, Jack and Paul, I guarantee you they had this way before built. That him being spiritual and Jack being like a Christian with no denomination on his own fucking weird woke LGBTQ Christianity, it helps their channel to grow. And then all you gotta do is put Ben Thorpe and the fucking hooker, for example, in my opinion, Grace, right? Put them both in there, and now you got a channel that has all kind of weird shit happening. Drama, Paul enslaved, Jack's pretending to be Jesus about love, and that's how you get the channel to move. This is a direct plan from the beginning. So if you don't want the plan to happen, Tommy, Snafu, and others, if you think Jack is so fake, stop giving them fucking clout. By you being there, you're giving them a lot of shit to talk about. Today, he spent about an hour and a half from his channel just on you, Snafu, and Zill, and Paul was there to defend them. You all know, because Paul has keys now, Tommy, he's not going to allow you to talk. Snafu was correct. Snafu said something else that was correct. Every time I'm in a corner, because he was quiet, and Jack asked him, oh, you've been quiet. Snafu said, well, I've been quiet because I know if I corner you, Paul's going to kick me. And Paul said, no, I'm not going to kick you. No, that's not true, Paul. Every time Snafu or Tommy will corner you, you're going to kick them. That's always been your MO. You don't let them control the narrative. You shut them down. You talk your bullshit. You go on your little rant. People will forget what they said. You bring them back up. You do the same thing over and over again. And it keeps people remembering your words, not theirs. Okay, so come on, Tommy. How long have we been through this now? 4 or 5 years, and you're still giving them clout? You still want to go on his channel, you and Snafu, and give him the same fucking bullshit? Fuck him. Fuck his channel. He doesn't stand for any truth. Any truth. And here's the funny part, even again. Paul, remember when Snafu said that Paul raped a woman, and he said that there's a clip on the internet that what's his name? Jack admitted he raped a woman, right? I said, no, there isn't. So when I showed the clip myself where I asked Jack, have you ever raped a woman? And he said no. Then I believe Tommy showed, or Snafu showed, a clip from long time ago where actually Paul himself said that he believes that actually Jack has grape traits. The clip is there. Tommy has it. Snafu has it. So if Paul believes Jack actually has those traits and can't prove it, that he done it, but has those traits and he has hate in his heart, and all, why are you there defending his channel? These people don't give a fuck about the truth. Paul will give you a little truth, then they flip it to his own narrative. That's what he'll do. Like today when he fucking went after Snafu and what do you call it? Tommy said at the end, hey, dude, this is what Jack's promoting here. It's not the Christianity you want. As a Christian, you should be very happy and peaceful in your Christianity. Stop coming here and trying to change me. That is very true. You don't force your religion, whether it's Christianity, Muslim, Jewish, on anyone. So if the man does not want to accept it after 3-4 years, stop coming to his channel to force your religion on him and to let everybody know that he's wrong. We all know he's wrong, Tommy. We all know that Jack lies every day about the Bible. But he has admitted also that he doesn't know the Bible well, because that would give him a better... See, here's the plan. If Jack came in and said he knows the Bible, you can all hold him accountable. If he says he doesn't know the Bible, right, you can't hold him accountable. He's not stupid. Jack's not stupid. Paul's not stupid. This has all been planned from a long time ago. Never admit to all your audience that you're a Bible thumper, even if you are. Because now they'll corner you. We can't manipulate. We can't lie. Right? That's what they're doing. I'm not going to keep going about Jack and Paul. Especially to Tommy and Snafu. They know this shit. Zill, I don't fucking know who Zill is, but I'm sure Snafu can get a hold of him and tell this piece of shit Zill not to go there and even give him any clout. Because from now on, what I'm going to do, since Jack wants to be so fucking fake and now grift on wrenches like OTW and other people were doing, you think that's going to happen, Jack? You think I give a fuck about your wrench? I don't. I went there to make sure that chat and Snow and others don't keep fucking lying. I don't care. I don't have to even give attention. I'll expose on my own channel like I'm going to expose Snow right now. Now, the other day, yesterday, Snow came in, and remember, I said Snow was in chat. Now, what Snow did yesterday, she said, she's the one that's shifty. Shifty is actually Snow. It's not Randy. Even though yesterday she had this whole conversation with me acting like she's Randy, I said, okay, this has got to be Randy or Gigi. No, it was Snow the whole fucking time. This is how pathetic Snow is and how lonely and miserable this fucking Snow-tit bitch is. She has to go under a separate account called Shifty and act like she's Randy, and then says, oh, Randy gave me 20K compared to Mystic's 60K. She wants her name to be relevant. And by bringing Randy up and her name, it stays relevant because nobody gives a fuck about Snow. You already know Snow only gets some attention and don't judge me. And all she does is literally on almost every channel watching. So don't give Snow any attention. Don't judge me. Give her all the attention she wants, right? If she comes here under Shifty, that's not Randy, in my opinion. That's Snow. Okay? So you can go from now on, Shifty, go fuck yourself. And I'm about to go again in a little bit and just shift the whole hen house out of here like I did a long time ago when Access told me I should take him out of there. I'm about to do it again, block every fucking hen out of here so I don't have to deal with their fake ass bullshit and concentrate on people like Jack. Because from now on, Jack, Paul Unslaved, since you all want to play this fucking game and play every day with Tommy and Snafu and Zill and act like you guys are God and you guys know everything and you guys never make mistakes, you don't lie, Jack, and all the bullshit you do every fucking day and you have that agenda. Well, I'm going to go live every time you go live when I have time. Hopefully Tommy will go live as well. And I don't care if Snafu does it or not. You already know I don't feel good about Snafu at all. But if you want to shut Jack down in terms of his fucking clout that he doesn't even deserve, you don't watch his channel anymore. You don't contribute to get your wrench to be heard in the chat. Since he wants to play Mod God, you're allowing him to control you by being affected by this. Now, I've played along at times to make myself look, oh my God, she took my wrench, I'll pay $10. No, this is all an act for me. I was doing it on purpose for a reason, right? But since Jack now wants to keep doing that shit, I will never agree to it. Never. I warned Jack already. He doesn't want to fucking get the hint. Now he's going to get the fucking nightmare that he never wanted to have. Yes, actually, I seen your stream. You've been exposing a lot of people, not just Jack and Paul, whoever. But I wish Tommy can stop with his fucking stupid ass comments in my chat. Because even though I disagree with him, right? I disagree with him on things. He still has me blocked because Chris is a bitch in his chat, right? He won't, like yesterday, he let me up on his panel. I kicked out because I wasn't going to go up and give you some clout, Tommy. I wasn't. Either you let me in the chat, bitch, or I'm not even going to try to go on your channel. Fuck you and fuck your channel. This is how I do it. I don't need your channel. You don't need me. You can stay at your lane. I'll stay at mine, right? But if you want to be Jack, Tommy, and you're not acting, you're not doing this on purpose with Jack and Paul, you stop going to his fucking channel. You see me going to Cynthia's channel? You see me going to Yolanda's channel promoting these fucking lesbian LGBTQ cunts, in my fucking opinion? No. You see me going to Snow's channel? No. Venus channel, yes, a couple times because I didn't have a big thing with her, and I still don't. I'll still go to Venus channel. I'll promote her channel a little bit. I don't mind. But she's also got to, get her shit together a little bit too, from my opinion, right? I have some issues with her, but not like Snow and them. I don't go to channels like Snow, Cynthia, Yolanda. Oh, no way. I don't even go to Flows anymore. I will never promote these channels. So you stop going there. Put your ego on the side, Tommy, Snafu, Zill, if you're not acting, right? You don't go to his fucking channel. You do it on yours. You all got channels. That's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna fucking stretch this out. I got a long day ahead of me tomorrow at work, and this is gonna be an hour stream exactly. Not even an hour. That being said, I again, Tommy, I'm not here to argue with you. I know you could probably hear me. I haven't even looked at the fucking thing yet. I haven't even looked at chat yet. I just seen a couple comments. That's it. Yeah, I mean, Arpo, he has the keys or not. This is the plan. This is what I'm saying, Arpo. Stop in this game. Come on, Arpo. We know that. Come on, Arpo. He doesn't have the keys for no reason. Jack and Paul always been very, very calculated on this, right? This has been in the works for like 3-4 years, step at a time. You built Jack's channel. You make it so drama based. You built, say for example, Paul's channel. You get them both to fight each other, right? You get both channels to develop. And after that, if one of them goes down for whatever reason, Paul will go to Jack's channel because now it brings more people, because Jack's channel has always been about drama. Always been about drama and controversy. And that's why the Graces are there now. They fit the same thing. So Jack's channel has nothing to do with God. If you guys think that Jack, like him today saying, oh, I want to, and this is what Paul lies, right? He told Snafu and Tommy, well, if you don't believe Jack's gonna meet Trump and because of your own shortcomings or some bullshit he's defending Jack, dude, everybody knows, not just Paul, that Jack, he's not gonna ever meet Trump and ever change his mind, because Jack would say, well, I'm gonna go there and just present my truth. And Snafu said it best today. Who you think they give a fuck about your truth, you fucking idiot? You fucking people wake up. If you got people like Putin, right? You got people like Putin, Iran, any of those big countries, China. These people, they have fucking armies, billions and trillions of dollars in warfare. They have millions of people that will follow them and die for their own leaders, right? And till now, none of them are able to stop the war. You think this piece of shit, JackTalcoTT, that's worth nothing, garbage, liar, doesn't have no followers, he's going to meet Trump and end the war? Really? You think $1 trillion corporation every year, trillions of dollars, as you see, they're all testing their weapons every day, whether it's Iran's war, any other countries. You think these countries are going to take JackTalcoTT? Dude, they'll wipe out JackTalcoTT if he ever opens his mouth. Let's just say one time he meets the Trump and he has one bad thing to say about him. They're going to tell him this: Jack, we gave you 2 minutes of Trump's time. If we hear you at all say anything on his channel about Trump, we're going to wipe you out completely. You know what's going to happen? Jack's going to go back to his channel and shut the fuck up and do something else. So stop with this fucking stupid ass fucking thing that Jack or anybody even mentions anymore. Like Snafu, you fucking idiot, stop asking this shit. Everyone knows you're not part of that club. You're not going in first. Second, we're talking about billion, trillion dollar presidents or owners of a fucking whole country can't end wars. Stop fucking feeding into this stupid fucking shit with JackTalcoTT. JackTalcoTT has nothing to do with Jesus, has nothing to do with stopping war, has nothing to do with love. He's an actor promoting his channel with Paul and Grace to get you all to fight every day and do this shit so he gets you on their channels. And they have an agenda, of course. That simple. Jack has nothing to do with Jesus or God. Jack will never in his whole fucking life, him and his fucking whole family, Paul's family, all these people they know will ever make a fucking wedge to stop ending wars. It will never happen. Stop fucking promoting this shit on this channel. That's all I gotta say. I'm tired of talking about this. Axis, thank you for being in chat. Tommy, I know you're probably listening. If you're listening, stop hating on me. I don't care if you like me or not. I'm just saying stop going to his channel if you don't want his channel to grow. You, Snafu, Zill, all of you. Do you see Access? Let me give you an example. Do you see Access going to his channel much? He goes there burly. And when he goes up there, he's got an agenda. He's got a reason why he's on a panel. He's not going up there just to sit and hang out with him, promote his channel. No. When I go up there many times, I had an agenda. And if I didn't, a couple times I went there because I wanted to have fun and just laugh. That's it. I will never promote his channel. And as soon as I see he does this shit, that's it. I'm done. Don't have to promote his channel, Tommy. Even Snafu, you fucking child predator, in my opinion, stop promoting his channel if you don't want him to succeed. Right? If you're not acting. Zill, same shit, and others. Fucking the stupidest. I look at his channel sometimes, I swear to God. Let's just say Snafu, Tommy, Zill, nobody's there. And he's got to do this Jesus thing for 45 minutes. I guarantee you, after 45 minutes max, Jack doesn't have the mind or the mental capacity to keep lying about Jesus and himself and love. He loses the words. He can't lie. He only has about 45 minutes. He's either out or he has people to go on panel. If you don't go up on his panel, he will shut it down. It's that simple. Even if Paul's there, Paul will get very boring. Don't give him attention. Everybody knows he's a fucking lying piece of shit for the most part, even though sometimes he has truth. He lies, manipulates with Jack, the same fucking agenda. I'm not going to keep going over this. You guys are stupid if you keep defending this fucking stupid shit. You don't see me go to Cynthia, Yolanda, Flow State, many channels. Won't give me this chance anymore. Zero. There's a reason why I'm on Jack's. To show things that are happening, to report things that happen to agencies, other, and many more shit. But when he does this shit, there's enough information on these people that's been given to people and agencies. I don't need to be there. So I'll pull myself out, and now I'll start my own campaign to make sure I go live every time that piece of shit scumbag, Paul Enslaved and Jack, go live. Right? This is how we're going to do it. We'll go back and do it since you guys want to get together and promote the manipulation and lies. Both of you narcissistic, garbage trash. None of them stand for God. Paul has nothing to do with the truth. The guy wants to fuck his girlfriend's fucking 16-year-old daughter. This is how sick and disgusting this fucking guy is. And you already know, Paul has like many, many sexual desires that are way out of whack. Okay? So that's why he fits with the Graces, and he fits with Jaguar, the sex cult leader for Diddy, and he fits with fucking pedophile supporters that had his own panel. And that's why he promoted that child, Josh, on his own panel. There's many stuff. Like, even go to Access channel, right? You see him even when he's explaining to you guys about the satire or not. We even though he did explain that the Satanic Warrior was actually saying something about high school titties, that he loved them, which is, okay, it's satire, but it does speak about his personality, though. For somebody to say, hey, I love high school titties, it says something about that person. Satire or not, you should understand that's a little bit in that situation. I won't say it is. He's allowed to think that way as long as he doesn't act on it. But if you go to Access, actually video that he made yesterday, I watched all of it. Go watch all the satire, non-satire, the crime that could be crime. He explained it all for you people. I watched all of it. It makes a lot of sense. You have to discern for yourself. Yeah. That's all I got to say. Access, thank you for being here. Y'all have a nice night. T-Rain's out of here.